this girl. I don't want to say too much about it because it was weird as fuck.
XQCL.
But they were dating, and it wasn't Kim. I don't know why you guys keep saying that. That's so stupid. But
Yeah, I wasn't dating.
no, me and you met casually in the Overwatch, the preseason game in like the stands.
Yeah, I remember
was
you.
there with other people, and then they're like, "Hey, whatever." I had a boyfriend at the time.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was there. I'm pretty sure he was there.
What? I don't.
So it was like nothing. It was just like, oh hey, they're putting Force and CD both. And then New Year's was when he realized that he was gonna love me forever. And
At the
then,
vault, right?
Yeah. And then
At the vault. No kidding.
like
It was a club inside of a vault that they redone and like redesigned in a club, and it was the most obnoxious music and people that I've ever come across, and I just realized that that's just how LA is, just really just trashy clubs and people.
we actually talked about this a couple months ago. We were like somewhere and he saw a dress and he was like, "Oh, this is like the dress that you wore that day." So that's how I know that day. So just because that day stood out to you doesn't mean it was the day we first met. But
Yeah, but I knew you were an upgrade though.
I mean, of course, but there's like a lot to the story. It's a very long Dua Lipa. I had never heard the song before, and it's a song where it's like, I see the moon, I see the moon, oh, and you're looking at the sun. And he was just reading the lyrics off the screen, but he was singing it perfectly in harmony with like how Dua Lipa sings the song, and it was really cute. And then we were singing a bunch of karaoke songs with the whole group. And then that's when I realized that I could give him a chance. Real and true. And then we went on the zoo date.
And then I got into this new place, right? I was gonna get, but then they told me somebody had died in my new apartment. So they said, "We'll give you a new one." So they gave me a new apartment, and I went to the new apartment. And a couple weeks in, the police raided me.
Yeah.
And I had nowhere to go. So I sent her a text, and she came pick me up. And then.
Well, yeah. The first time it happened, I immediately drove out to his apartment because I lived like 30 minutes away or some shit. I went to his apartment and I was like, "Is everything okay? You good? Blah blah blah." I actually helped him pick out almost everything for that apartment too. I helped him get like just little utensils and shit so he could live. And then it happened again a week later or whatever. And then that's when I told him, I was like, "Felix, I already talked to my parents about it," because by then we were pretty much dating. And I was like, "Felix, I already talked to my..." Oh no, we were dating because he came to my house a couple times. He went to my parents. Okay, he paid over $100. So this was the other part of the test, right? He paid like over $100 and went in the Uber for like over an hour to get to my house, to my parents' house.
Okay, it wasn't 100. It was like $141, but sure.
Yeah, I said over 100.
Okay, yeah.
And so I was like, wow, if he's willing to really go through all that, then, you know, obviously he's not just going to be the boy of the week. Like, he really means business. So, he says 141 like he remembered. And so I was like, okay. And then, did I drive you home or did you Uber home? I think you Ubered home too.
Yeah, I Ubered home the next day.
Ubered home too. And then
I fell asleep in the car. He woke me up when I got home.
Yeah. And then, so a couple weeks had passed, the swatting stuff happened. So we were already dating by that point. And then I was like, "Felix, my parents said you could just live with us. Like, you can have that whole part of the house right there. That's all you. Just, like, you know, whatever you want to do. If you want to come live with us, you're good to live with us." And then we've lived together ever since. We've never lived apart, really.
So what was so cool about my apartment that you liked?
Which one?
The Glendale apartment. Come on, tell chat.
The apartment was dog shit. We didn't like anything about it.
But what was one thing that you liked about the apartment that I had set up?
Oh, the bed? Yeah, the bedding. We have never switched. Okay, so like we've switched it, but we have repeatedly bought the same bedding over and over and over again since that bed. Repeatedly.
Because I was on a team full of players that for the first time they had actually a good paycheck and they didn't know what to spend money on. And they had found these websites where they got like really good bedding stuff, like sheets and pillows and pillow sheets and pillowcases. They're like insane quality that weren't even that expensive, but they were like. And then I just copied, and then they bought. I was like, dude, sheesh, that shit is busting. And I had this I think it's bamboo sheets, bedding, and it was busting. That thing was like you were like slipping on air, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah. It was so soft, and it was crazy because it wouldn't matter how cold or hot we were. The bedding, all of it was always the perfect temperature. It was you felt like you were sleeping like a fucking prince, like a king. It was so good. So we've always bought the same shit. And then who tried out our bedding recently? It was a streamer. God, who was it?
I don't remember actually. Oh, in Austin, maybe?
Yeah, someone in Austin. It had to be like Chance.
Yeah. And they were like, Cheech.
No. They almost insulted us. They were like,
Who did that?
I don't remember who it was. It's someone in Texas.
Wait, why would they talking shit?
Because we gave them the fucking pleasure of like touching and feeling our sheets. And then they were like, and I was like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Go away. You know what I mean? Because like we love this bedding set for like years. That is
actually
our fave. Same mattress, same sheets, same bedding material. All of it is the same, but
easiest way to get a girl to come back at least once, a good bed set and a good mattress. Also,
but I would also just like to point out that we had slept over with each other like maybe 4 times without, sleeping with each other. So, don't be afraid to hold out. You can still go over for the fancy bedding, but you don't even have to, do all that. No, I'm serious, because like even when he came to my house the first time and he went over, like, I wasn't allowed to have, I'm Mexican, I'm not allowed to have boys at my house. So just even the fact that he was allowed to live with me was like huge. But when he came over to the house the first time, we went to my room, but the door was open. I was like 23 years old. The door was still open. We didn't just go in the room and like hang out, like, hook up. That door was fucking open like we're high schoolers, so.
I mean, even if we did though, that bed is a fucking creak machine.
True.
Yikes.
It really felt like fucking high school.
You just go sit on it and
doors open, I'm not doing nothing, so it was embarrassing as fuck though.
That bit was terrible. Yeah. It was like this high too.
Yeah.
You had to like hop on it
really
and go.
And then we had this same stupid fucking bed when he came to live with us. And at first we would sleep in my room, right? Yeah.
And then we slept in my nightmare.
But so the way that I had my room set up for just me, I had the bed, and then I had the dresser literally right in front of the bed so that I could have my whole streaming set up, and he fucking hated it. Because every day he would kick either the dresser or the edge of the bed, and he'd just fucking rage, and he'd be so mad for like 10 minutes. Every day he would kick it in the same spot, and he'd be so mad. It was really embarrassing. And then eventually we just we took over his room as our room. We didn't use my room.
That one was pretty bad too.
Yeah, well,
it was good. I mean, I'm grateful to have a place to live.
That was a room where he had the TV on the fucking ottoman and the cardboard box, and we slept like on a mattress, like on a bed spring shit. So. Yeah,
but see, chat, I always bought these like $200 not like these like 2K, 4K mattresses. These mattresses on Amazon that are like $200. They come in like some tube, or like they come rolled up. They're bussin'.
No, he's not. He's not saying like the room was trash. The mattress was actually dog shit. Like my parents, I mean, they bought decent mattresses, but my dad would always go to like the liquidation center or something and be like, "All right, what's the cheapest bed for my teenage kids or whatever?" And that would be the one that we got. You know, springs, fucking whatever the hell. It didn't matter what the material was, as long as it was decent enough and cost the least amount. That's what we got. So that's what we slept on until we moved out. Right? We never bought a new mattress.
When did we move out? I forgot.
When we moved out, the first place we went to was Canada, because then I came back for a little bit alone, and then you went to Texas alone. Because I wasn't sure that I wanted to live in Texas, and I needed him to officially ask me to